Here we are at swimsuitchallenge.com's kitchen, and we're getting ready to make a tasty dish. Come join us. Okay, here are the ingredients we have today. We have Paleo chicken sausage. We have Polish sausage. We have sauerkraut, which has been drained. We have a half an onion. We have 2 packs of mushrooms chopped. We have red and green kale chopped. And we have cabbage chopped. We're going to put all that together to make a really wonderful dish. Stay tuned. Okay, what we're going to do first is we're going to take this skillet here with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to go ahead and cook our chicken sausage. Okay, the sausage that we're using, the chicken sausage, is this brand right here that I picked up from Costco. This product's also, as you can see, it's made with chicken that contains no artificial ingredients and is minimal processed and was raised without hormones. It's no gluten and it's MSG free. So what I've done is I put the sausage in the pan with a little bit of olive oil, and it says on the directions just brown 8 to 10 minutes. So that's what we're doing. So now that the chicken sausage is done, we're going to go ahead and put the Polish sausage in. And we're going to let that simmer and cook just nice and brown as well. So now that that's browning, we're going to go ahead and add our cabbage. Just like so. And we're going to go ahead and brown that a little bit as well. So now that we've got our cabbage a little brown and our mushrooms can start to saute. Remember, I haven't added absolutely nothing to either one of these. I haven't added salt or pepper yet, or any spices or seasonings. Everything is all natural. So what we're going to do now is take the mushrooms and we're going to add them in. We're going to add them in just like that. And we're going to go ahead and mix that up. Alright. Now that that's browning, we're going to go ahead and put our sauerkraut in this pan. Now you might want to substitute sauerkraut. You may not want to put it in if you want a little spicier, a little more zest in it. You can go ahead and add the sauerkraut. If you don't have to. The sausage is definitely seasoned and spicy enough. So if you don't want the sauerkraut, by all means, just leave it out. Okay, now here's our pan. We just took out our cabbage, and now we're going to go ahead and put in this nice green and red kale. Remember, this dish is going to be full of protein, full of carbohydrates, but only in the form of vegetables. So we have no rice, no bread, no pasta, no potatoes here. So this is actually what's considered to be a zone-friendly diet and also a paleo diet, because again, there is none of the other stuff. So as our kale starts to cook down a little bit, we have our onions, mushrooms, and cabbage here. We have our kale cooking here. We have our sauerkraut browning. What I've done now is I've actually added the chicken and the Polish sausage together, because we're going to add all this together in just a minute, but I have some kids and they may not like the spicy Paleo chicken, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit out and make theirs separately so it's not too spicy. Okay, so we have our kale, our cabbage, our onions, and our mushroom all mixed together, and we're going to go ahead now and add the sauerkraut to it. We're going to take some of it out and dip it into this pan, because the kids may not want sauerkraut. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all the vegetables in with the Polish sausage, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add the sauerkraut and then add everything in here with the sausage and the chicken. So now what I've done is I went ahead and added the Polish sausage with all the vegetables here for the kids, and then what I've done for the adults here, we have added the sauerkraut to all the vegetables, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add all the meat. So we're just going to take this pan here, and we're going to pour all the ingredients back in together. Those nice spicy juices. And I'm going to stir that up, and then we're going to put that back in the tin pan, and we're going to cover it up, and we're going to cook it for an additional 10-15 minutes all together. So now, as you can see, I've got all the ingredients in one pan now. So now that's all in one pan, what I'm going to do, you could actually just go ahead and serve it now if you want, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take it, transfer it into this pan, cover it with aluminum foil, and let it cook for about 10 or 15 minutes so all the juices and everything can kind of get all mixed in together. Alright, we'll check back in just a few minutes. So now I got everything together in one pan. I'm going to go ahead and cover it with aluminum foil, and again I'm going to bake it for about another 10 minutes or so just to get it all the flavors and juices together. Okay guys, here's the dish right here. It's all complete. We're ready to serve our guests now. Again, we have chicken sausage, habanero chicken sausage. We have Polish sausage. We have kale, red and green. We have cabbage. We have onions, mushrooms, and sauerkraut. There's been absolutely no salt or seasonings put in with this dish. It stands on its own. It doesn't really need anything. If you like, you could put a little bit of pepper or some other seasonings, but definitely not salt because the sausage is going to be salty enough by the time you get it in there. So anyways, that's it guys. Remember, this is a nice way to eat healthy on the zone diet, or if you're staying with a paleo zone diet. Remember, it's just lean meat and vegetables, and that's it. That's it. Bye from swimsuitchallenge.com kitchen.